I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. And this meeting was posted as required by the Texas Open Meetings Act, and we do have a quorum tonight. We have 5 members here, and shortly we should have an extra one coming. At this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence, please. Okay, thank you very much. And Mr. Strubhart, would you have the honor of doing the Pledge of Allegiance for us tonight?
Thank you, Mr. President, trustees, Dr. Cavazos, administration, and audience. Tonight's pledge will be led by Axiel Jimenez. Axiel is a proud STEM Square Preparatory Academy student and is in 7th grade. He is a creative and intelligent student that loves to challenge himself. Axiel is the Vice President of the National Junior Honor Society Chapter, anchor of the STEM Squared newscast, and a participant of the robotics program. Axiel is passionate about helping others and serving his community, and he has earned Principal's List and the A Honor Roll all this year. Axiel is excited and looks forward to attending the School of Health Professions next year, where he hopes to hone his skills to one day become a biomedical engineer. He is joined tonight by his mother and father, Angel and Diana Jimenez. Ladies and gentlemen, Axiel Jimenez.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and you may be seated.
Thank you, Axiel. Well done. Thank you so much. Okay. The next item is, why don't you read it? Next item is recognition of Greg Powers for his service as board president for 2018-2019 school year. Dr. Cavazos.
Mr. President, board members, senior team, audience, this is a board meeting in which we recognize the service of our board president, and I do have a few points to make. Greg Powers' time with HCISD spans far beyond his 9 years of service on our board. We can go back to a moment in our school district's history where all in 1 year, he was a quarterback, a president, an actor, and Prince Cardinal, is what I'm being told. Helping take his team to the playoffs, Mr. Powers was a quarterback for the Harlingen Cardinals his senior year. In addition to that, he served as class president, showing he could lead both on the field and in the campus hallways. We learned from one of his HHS class of 1971 classmates that he was an actor in the senior play. John Duncan, see, we had senior plays then. He was an actor in the senior play and was crowned homecoming prince, earning him the title of Prince Cardinal. Greg Powers showed his service to our community when he was a student and continues that trajectory of service into his adult years as he chooses to call Harlingen home. One of Harlingen's strongest qualities is our Board of Trustees. They provide invaluable knowledge as strong advocates for our children. Thank you, Mr. Powers, for your service as president and continued service on our board. Mr. Powers, you care deeply about our children and seek opportunities to expand choices for all students, especially our district's youngest learners. As our district has grown over the past years, you have played a commendable role in the rollout of new and innovative programs. You support opportunities that are changing the trajectory of our students and their families' lives daily. Please join in me in thanking Mr. Greg Powers for his leadership this year as HCISD Board President. I'm not gonna comment.
I didn't know you. Where did you dig all this
Oh,
stuff
don't
up?
worry about that. I pulled your transcript, but I didn't want to talk about that.
No, we
All
don't.
right.
I wasn't in the top 10, that's for sure. Well, thank you all very much. I will tell you, it is. I've been fortunate to serve on several boards in this community over the years, and this has been the biggest honor of my life. And and working for this district, for the kids of this district, has been a real humbling experience. Also, I want to tell you that the public is very lucky. People in Harlingen, we have an outstanding board of trustees, very diversified in their backgrounds, and everyone on this board, their top priority is seeing that our kids succeed, and that they do well in college or whatever career they want to go into, and that we provide the best education and opportunities for our children. And I think that's one of the biggest pleasures of serving on this board. You have a lot of great leadership. Dr. Pettis will be taking over next, and it's just amazing what he's done in his career, and Mr. De Leon and Mr. Muniz, Dr. Muniz, and Ms. Fleurier and Dr. Reiniger and Eladio Jaimes. It's really a pleasure to serve with these people because they make it all happen. And thank you again. It's been a true honor to serve you. The next item is to canvass the trustee election returns and approve the order declaring the results of the trustees' election. So at this time, I'm sorry, Julio Cavazos, would you please present this for us?
Thank you, Mr. Powers, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item number 3 is the official canvassing of the trustee elections held on May the 4th, 2019. The board is required to canvass the election returns. This is accomplished by the board president reading the number of votes received by each candidate out loud. Mr. Powers?
Yes, sir.
Make a motion to canvass the trustee election returns and approve the order declaring the results
Yep.
of the trustee election as presented.
You'll read it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have to read it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's
Go.
fine. I, the undersigned, the presiding officer of the canvassing authority of the trustee election held on the 4th day of May, June 2019 in Harlingen, Texas, do hereby certify that the following is a total of all the votes received by each candidate as shown by the precinct returns. Place 3, Greg Powers, 2,442 votes. Unopposed, so I was lucky. Very lucky. Place 7, Israel Aguilar, 961 votes. Eladio Jaimes, 1,576 votes. And Adriana Garcia, 540 votes. Dated this 14th day of June of May 2019.
Sorry. All right. Well, I'll repeat it. Motion to canvass the trustee election returns and approve the order declaring the results of trustee election as presented.
Second the motion. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's been moved by Dr. Pettis and seconded by
Mr. De Leon.
Mrs. Fleurier. Is there any further comments or discussions? If there are none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the results are certified.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next item is the issuance of certificates of election by Mr. Julio Cavazos.
Thank you, Mr. Powers, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item number 4 is the issuance of the certificate of elections for each newly elected office trustee. Sonia Brown will present these certificates to the elected trustees. Brown?
Keeps out. Okay.
All right. Okay, the next item on the agenda is item number 5 is recognition of I'm sorry, the next item on the agenda is number 5, reorganization of the school board. Julio Cavazos.
Thank you, Mr. Powers, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item number 5 is the reorganization of the board. The board is familiar with the process. First, we elect the new president, then the new president takes over the meeting, then a new vice president elected, and then a new secretary. Mr. Powers?
Do I hear a motion?
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion that we elect Dr. Nolan Pettis as president.
I'll go ahead and second it.
It's been moved by Dr. Muniz, seconded by Mr. De Leon, that Dr. Pettis is nominated as the president of the board. Do I have any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Congratulations.
This is a lot bigger chair than mine, the previous chair. So, I appreciate the kind remarks to Mr. Powers about the board, and I second that. This board is amazing. You all haven't realized thus far, we are blessed to have 7 servant leaders that come into every meeting with our ideas, our hearts, our passion, our experience, but we leave our agendas and egos at the door. And we do it all for the kids and the students, and so really proud to serve on this board. So thanks for the opportunity to serve again. As president, it's going to be a fun year and hopefully an uneventful year, right, Dr. Cavazos?
All right, let's look for a vice president.
I didn't, first of all, I have to I didn't know we had a prince on the board. That's
I
pretty-
know, that's
Yeah.
royalty, my gosh.
The way my wife yells at me sometimes, they would think I'm a princess. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna. So Sandy, I don't know if Sandy's still here, but I also want to say, my family, I love you guys for allowing me to serve. I know it's a lot of hours away from home and that kind of stuff, but thank you to Sandy and Nolan and Natalie for putting up with me and putting up with my service and countless hours away from home. So I love you all. So thanks. At this time, we will now take up motion for vice president. Do I hear a nomination for vice president for the school board?
Mr. President, congratulations. I'd like to nominate Eladio Jaimes for the position of Vice President of the Harlingen School Board.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Fleury, second by Mr. Powers for Eladio Jaimes for vice president. Do I hear any other nominations for vice president? Hearing none, I'll proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes unanimously. So we'll congratulate Mr. Jaimes, just so the community knows, he's on a sort of mandatory training with AEP, the power company that he works for, so that's why he was unable to attend, but he sends his regards and he looks forward to serving, and he's just really excited to serve another 3 years. He was just reelected as well, and so he's sorry he couldn't be here. So congratulations, Mr. Jaimes. At this time, we'll proceed to hear any nominations for secretary for the board.
Mr. President, I'd like to nominate the queen of the board, Jerry Fleury.
Oh.
Second the motion.
We have a motion by Mr. Leon, second by Dr. Muniz for the queen, Mrs. Jerry Fleury, for secretary of the board.
Don't get
Do I-
jealous, Greg.
Do I hear, we have a prince and a queen. Do I hear any other nominations for secretary? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Congratulations.
Thank you
Mrs.
very
Fleury.
much. It will be an honor to serve. Thank you.
Well, that's awesome. So thank you for your willingness to serve as officers, Mr. Jaimes and Ms. Fleury. At this time, we will proceed with the next item, appointment of board member to sign the checks. Mr. Cavazos.
Thank you, Dr. Pettis, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item number 6 is the appointment of a new president to sign the signature plates. Since we have a new president, we need to get new signature plates. We're asking the board to allow us to use the old ones until we get the new ones. It usually takes about 2 weeks. We recommend approval.
Mr. President, make a motion for approval.
Motion by Mr. De Leon.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. De Leon, second by Mr. Powers for the board member to sign the checks. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes unanimously. At this time, as every board meeting, our most exciting part of the board meeting to celebrate our students, I'll ask Mr. Shane Strubart to present the next item, in awards and recognitions. Recognition of Harlingen High School, Harlingen High School South, Early College High School, and Harlingen School of Health Professions top 10 students.
Thank you, Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, trustees, administration, and audience. Tonight, we celebrate excellence in our student body by recognizing the top 10 students from Harlingen High School South, Early College High School, and Harlingen School of Health Professions. All of them have worked very hard to earn their position as a top student amongst their peers. However, we know they could not have made it without the love and support of their parents. So, if you are a parent of one of these outstanding students here tonight, would you please stand so we can recognize you? Parents of top 10 students. Our top 10 students are the embodiment of a world-class education and are a symbol of excellence for our district. We congratulate these students on their achievement and look forward to seeing them at our district's commencement ceremonies beginning this Friday with Early College High School, May 24th for Early College High School, May 24th for Harlingen High School, and May 25th for South and School of Health. Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, would y'all please come forward to help us with the certificate? Beginning with Harlingen High School, our valedictorian, Allison Danielle Puente, which she was unable to make it this evening, correct? All right, so we're going to move on to Laura Rita McManus, salutatorian. Oh yeah, we're going to come over here. Laura. Our next student is Lorenzo Ramon Molina, and he is on top 10 kids are very busy, as I'm sure you parents know. So several of our students are unable to make it tonight, but let's give Lorenzo a round of applause. Our next student is Mary Claire Catherine Todd. Also unable to join us is Mary Catherine Skeeve. Give her a round of applause. Our next student is Aaron Josias Alanis, and he is unable to join us. Let's give him a round of applause. I'm sure the parents will watch this video later on. Now our next student is Mackenzie Casey Vela, and she is unable to give you a Desiree Marie Sanchez. No. Bianca Arabella Lopez. I know she's here because I see her right there. And our last student from Harlingen High School, Bridget Marie Porta, and she is here now. Can I get the rest of the trustees down for a group photo? All right, let's do another round of applause. Okay, we're gonna move on to Harlingen High School South, and our first student is the valedictorian, Hunter Max Butler. Next student, our salutatorian, Christine Marie Vega. Our next student, Juliana Deandra Castillo. Not here. Unable to join us, all right. Brenda Luana Miltos. Unable to join us, all right. Victor Mihai Ringianu. William Spencer Bell.
I think he's going to Washington. He's waiting for it.
Lucero Paloma Sauceda. Reed Alexandra Davis. John Barron Duncan. KAYLA Rose Pena. All of these photos will be online tomorrow night, so you can find them on our website. Maybe the rest of our trustees to come forward for a group photo. Oh, she made it. She made it. Everybody look right here. Okay, now moving on to our early college high school students, beginning with our valedictorian, Hannah Jane Powell. Our salutatorian, Taylor Ann Garcia. Abigail Lozano.
How are you? Good to see you.
Erica Medrano. Braxton Octavio Macias. Nice. KAYLA JACQUELINE HALMON. Emma Elizabeth HUFF. Emily CAPETILLO. Yay! SHAYLA MEREDITH ORTIZ. Audrey Marie Lozano.
These in their order of rank. When you graduated, they used to have the top
The trustees up for the group photo.
graduated and they used to have the top photo.
Many of our students are actually studying for their AP exam tonight, and so let's wish them the best of luck for those exams. I know they're taking them tomorrow. Some should be studying tonight. I'm sure it's the first thing they're going to do when they get home. Maybe not. Yay! And parents, one more thing. Rowan Anzaldu, our photographer, is going to be printing out a picture of the billboard. And that billboard photo will be handed to your students when they interview with Dr. Cavazos later this month, starting tomorrow. So that's right. Another reminder for our students that they have an interview tomorrow. And let's see if School of Health has perfect attendance tonight.
All right, sir.
Here we go. Our valedictorian, Brittany Lynn Garza. Our salutatorian, Matthew Uteliero Garcia. Jacqueline Isabel Magno. Aaron Jesus Castillo. Morgan Renee Johnson. Brianna Del Carmen McLean. Montrell Trevone Johnson. Therese Marie Lucino Gamban. Gamban. Marco Alejandro Martinez. Angela Jacqueline Flores. Trustees, come forward for a group photo, please.
Okay, I gotta be in there.
Another group had to be out by 5. That way not everybody shows up at the same time. So they kind of stagger it, so it's pretty quiet.
All right, everybody look over here. At this big camera first. Stay still. All right, congratulations.
Before they leave, any board members have any comments or have any questions for our smartest students in the district here? Just want to, what, Mrs.
We
Fleury?
would
go.
just like to say congratulations, and we want you to know that you go with all of the love and the respect and the excitement that we could possibly ever share with you. And so while you're there, we will be thinking of you every single day, and that is for sure, a promise. And when you come back in January, when you're here for Christmas, those of you who are here on the date that has to be chosen, we will be looking so forward to your coming and having lunch with us and talking about your first semester and sharing with us what worked best for you and where are some areas that maybe we could even improve and make it even better for the students who are following you. You represent the very finest of what this district has to offer and can do. And when you go, you will be taking all of the love and the support also that your family can give you, but may I also say the entire community. So, vaya con Dios. We're excited for you, and we love you very much, all of you.
All I have to say is ditto. Excellent. So at this time, Mr. Strubart, we'll now hear item B, recognition of the 2018-2019 HCISD Teachers of the Year.
Thank you, Mr. President, trustees, Dr. Cavazos, administration, and audience. And parents, your top tenors are going out the side while we bring in another group, so they'll be in the foyer if you want to go meet them. Here at HCISD are the very finest teachers touching the lives of over 18,000 students each and every day. It gives us great honor to recognize 30 of HCISD's very best tonight. The Teacher of the Year award is given to educators that continue to go above and beyond for our students and work towards preparing our students for global achievement. The teachers we're going to recognize this evening have a great degree of responsibility as they represent and embody the beliefs and ideals of teachers from their campus and our district. They've been moving the needle forward at their campus, and next year, like their predecessors, they will participate in a common challenge that will help continue our district's transformation by moving the needle forward for all students. Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, will you please come forward to help us recognize our Teachers of the Year? All right, beginning with our Elementary Teachers of the Year. From Austin Elementary, Loretta Garza. If there are any parents here tonight, you're welcome to come take a photo. From Bonham Elementary, Gloria Martinez. From Bowie Elementary, Beatriz Longoria. From Crockett Elementary, Gloria Rodriguez. From Dishman Elementary, Martha Teran. From Sam Houston Elementary, Diana Banda. From Jefferson Elementary, Alma Yuridia Silva. From Lamar Elementary, Esmeralda Guajardo. From Lee Means Elementary, Ramon Martinez. From Long Elementary, Noran Cantu.
By the way, I claim all that.
From Milam Elementary, Rosie Gonzalez. From Rodriguez Elementary, Claudia Gonzalez. It's entertaining tonight. From Stewart Place Elementary, Carol Paradiso. From Travis Elementary, Imelda Castellanos. From Treasure Hills Elementary, Amy Garcia. From Zabala Elementary, Zaida Rodriguez. And representing all of our elementary teachers, our District Elementary Teacher of the Year from Wilson Elementary, Mariela Herrera. Ms. Herrera is a dual language educator and has been with HCISD for over 34 years. She will now represent HCISD at the Region 1 Teacher of the Year competition this summer. Trustees, can we get all the trustees in for a group photo? Everyone look at this camera first. Wow. Everybody look right here. Ready, one. Stay still, find your parent. Yes. We had 100% attendance from our elementary teachers of the year tonight. That's great. Let's give them a round of applause. Yeah, woo! Ms. Romero, good job, Ms. Romero. All right, now our secondary teachers of the year, beginning with Coakley Middle School, Crystal Mendoza. From Gutierrez Middle School, Jesus Martinez. He is unable to join us tonight. Let's give him a round of applause. From Memorial Middle School, Jessica Mora. From STEM Square Preparatory Academy, their very first Teacher of the Year, Brittany Mata. From Bella Middle School, Michaela Henderson Briones. All right, from Vernon Middle School, Chris Whitten. From Kano Freshman Academy, Cassandra Ortiz. From Early College High School, Olga Cantu. From Harlingen High School South, Paul Tyre. From Harlingen School of Health Professions, Stephen Segovia. From Keys Academy, Brenda Ray Garcia. From the Secondary Alternative Center, Joel Rodriguez. Notice how everyone looks exactly like their pictures up on the screen? And our secondary teacher of the year, representing all of our secondary teachers, Mr. Michael Gerleman from Harlingen High School. Mr. Gerleman is an English teacher and has been with HCISD for over 30 years. He will represent HCISD at the Region 1 Teacher of the Year competition this summer. Let's wish him the best of luck as well. Trustees, we can get all the trustees in for a group photo.
There you go.
All right, everybody, take a look right here at the big camera. Still. Yay! Wait, you want to? Wait, hold on. All right.
Oh, yeah. Incredible. I've been,
Well, thank you all very much. These are some of our most inspiring educators in this district, and we appreciate your dedication to your students and for also for making your campus just a great learning environment. So we appreciate all of y'all. Any other comments from the board or?
Mr. President, I just wanted to add that, you know, as I think about this, the reality is there's no district without learning. And there really isn't the enthusiasm and the love for learning unless we have teachers like those that we honored today. And it was even more remarkable. I mean, just all you've accomplished is tremendous. But to find out that you were selected by your peers, your leaders amongst leaders, and it's just truly momentous. And I know all of us commend you and thank you, and know that the hopes of our district are in your hands. And I also really wanted to recognize Dr. Cavazos and the senior team for realizing the importance of taking these masterminds and putting them onto a common challenge for the next year to just strengthen the whole district beyond. So it's good things upon good things. And so just congratulations to all of you. Thank you for what you do.
Dr. Muniz.
I'd be remiss if I didn't say something about Michael Gerlerman. He was my teacher, and yeah, he was an amazing teacher, and actually shaped my life. So I can't, wouldn't be able to say thank you enough for having such an amazing class and making a huge impact in my life. In literature, Beowulf. I know you still do it, right? So. Thank you very much, and thank you, educators. You guys are amazing, and without you guys, I mean, really, our students would just be left behind. We take it for granted because, you know, we just look around the corner, around the area. There's a lot of educators that are really scared about what direction to go. We're blessed to be able to have amazing educators here that are secure in knowing that this school district supports you guys. So. Thank you for trusting us, and thank you for leading our children. We really appreciate it.
Ms. Threy, please.
Thank you. These eloquent colleagues of mine have said it so beautifully. But I just would like to add a couple of things. And I tell this story every year, and please allow me to share this story with your group tonight, and that is that when my precious, brilliant, beloved father, who lived to be almost 100, was well into his 90s, one day we were talking about education, and he began the conversation by saying, "You know, Jerry, there was this teacher in my life. She was my third grade teacher, and I never got to say thank you. And I have regretted that for the rest of my life, because I believe in every child's life there will be this teacher who will change that life." And so that's who you are. So you all are the kings and the queens, really and truly, in this room, and the princess, right? And the princesses. You all are the bulwark and the backbone of this district. And I cannot wait, as Belinda said, to see what tasks you are given, and mainly what solutions you will come up with during the next 12 months or so. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you from the bottom of the hearts of all of those who have gone on beyond and who are yet to come. Thank you. Thank you.
And so just to underscore one thing that was mentioned just because the words weren't mentioned, to those in the community that don't know what Dr. Reiniger and Ms. Fleury are talking about, they will now have the opportunity to serve for 1 full year on it, and they comprise one design committee. We have 8 design committees, design teams. These teams are so important to really the future vision and the mission and the strategic, the operational, decisions that get made, to how we accomplish some of our most innovative concepts, some of our best ideas. In many cases, they're novel ideas. And so Dr. Cavazos really relies on these a lot, and this board has been thoroughly impressed over the past several years as we've sort of been having fidelity to our strategic plan, really impressed with the ideas that come forth from our design teams. And so this is a very important design team, and so I know you all enjoy that, and we know that whatever comes out from your design team has instantaneous critical mass, because we have every campus represented on it. And so these are very, very, very important things, and so we appreciate your service, and we thank you very much for all you do for inspiring our kids. So thank you. With that, another amazing item to recognize a person in our district, and I'll ask Mrs. Lori Romero to step forward. At this time, we're going to present the item, recognition of 2019 HEB Excellence in Education, Elementary Principal.
Good evening, Dr. Cavazos, Mr. President, school board members, senior team, and audience. HEB launched the Excellence in Education Awards program in cooperation with Texas Association of School Administrators in 2002 as a positive way to support public education in Texas. It has become the largest monetary program for educators in the state, spotlighting best practices and celebrating the passion and creativity of Texas educators. HEB asks customers, partners, and community members to nominate teachers and principals in Texas. Each nominee is sent an invitation to complete an application online and is asked about their professional experiences, educational philosophies, and achievements both in and out of the classroom. A team of judges reviews the application, narrowing the field to semifinalists. From that pool, 5 regional judging panels comprised of former winners, administrators, and university and community leaders not affiliated with the HEB select 40 teacher and principal finalists. Teacher and principal finalists are invited to compete on a statewide level for larger cash prizes totaling more than $400,000. 8 winners, 2 principals, and 6 teachers are announced. Each winning principal, 1 elementary school and 1 high school, receives $10,000 in cash for themselves and $25,000 grant for their school. On Sunday, May 5th, HEB announced the statewide winners at their 18th annual award ceremony in Austin. Dr. Cavazos, Mr. President, if you'll please join us here. Among those winners was our very own Irma Davis, principal of Dishman Elementary. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Davis as being recognized as the 2019 HEB Excellence.
Trustees?
Great job.
Oh, okay.
Ah, no,
Yeah, they do.
I think probably a few board members have some comments for Ms. Davis, I'm sure. But thank you, Ms. Davis, for your leadership. I'll defer to my colleagues if there's any comments or for our beloved principal.
Mr. President, it's my pleasure to say just a few comments about Ms. Davis and the whole team at Dishman. I got to get to know Dishman a little bit this year because I was assigned the school, and I feel like I had a real gem, and it was a pleasure to get to see the inner workings of your leadership and how that translates into this incredibly motivated team and these adorable children who are just, they know why they're there, they're excited about learning, just what you would hope from your leadership and your team. Every time I walked in the door, I was just so excited to be there and to see what is happening in HCISD and happening at Dishman. Thank you so much for setting the standard so high and the way you work with your colleagues across the various schools. But thank you and congratulations. I'm so glad HEB saw you and picked you out and is showing you to the world. Don't go anywhere, but we're really excited for your recognition.
Well, thank you. And I have to remind everybody that leadership is very selfless. It's very, you have to make yourself vulnerable by design, and that's not easy. And leadership's about service and supporting your people. And when you walk on, and it's creating a certain culture so that you walk on the campus, you walk, and you don't really know who the boss is. And that's when you get it right. When you really, everybody feels empowered, everybody feels that they can be vulnerable themselves and give their fullest and not be sort of like, put down in their place because, we have so many gifted teachers, not only at Dishman, but throughout the district. And when you have a leader that just really empowers their people and brings out the very best in their people, the students just benefit amazingly. And that's why we have such great student achievement at Dishman. So thank you again, Ms. Davis. We're very, very proud of you.
Great job, Ms. Davis.
So with that, I'll ask Elias Ortega to step forward. We would like to now recognize our PTSA reflection students.
Good evening, Mr. President, members of the board, Dr. Cavazos, administration, and audience. Tonight we recognize our wonderful students who participated in this year's Reflections program. For 50 years, the Reflections program has helped students explore their own thoughts, feelings, and ideas, develop artistic literacy, increase confidence, and find a love for learning that will help them become more successful in school and in life. Each year, hundreds of thousands of students in pre-K through grade 12 create and submit original works of art in one or all of the available arts categories such as dance choreography, film, literature, music, photography, and visual arts. Tonight, the Harlingen City Council PTA would like to recognize 12 students for receiving an award at the state level of National PTA's Reflection Program entitled Heroes Around Me. These students received an award of excellence at the city level and additionally were recognized at the state level for their outstanding submissions. Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, City Council President, would you please join me up front as we recognize our students? From Dr. Rodriguez Elementary, Azra Ashford, category, Literature, titled My Daddy is My Hero, Recognition, Award of Merit. Also from Dr. Rodriguez Elementary, Elijah Capetillo, category Visual Arts, titled My Hero, recognition, honorable mention. Also from Dr. Rodriguez Elementary, Elena Munoz, category Dance Choreography, titled My Greatest Hero, recognition, award of merit. Again, from Dr. Rodriguez Elementary, Catherine Ortiz, category Photography, titled Firemen Help Us, recognition, honorable mention. From Bonham Elementary, Madison Garza, category Film Production, titled My Heroes, recognition, award of merit. Also from Bonham Elementary, Alessandra Salazar, category Dance Choreography, titled Heroes Around Us, recognition, honorable mention. From Treasure Hills Elementary, Christian Ramirez, category Visual Arts, titled My Superhero, Pete the Cat, recognition, award of merit. From Ben Milam Elementary, Daniela Hernandez, category Photography, titled Papi, recognition, award of merit. From Vela Middle School, Jalen Sanchez, category Photography, titled Houston, We Have a Problem, recognition, honorable mention. Also from Vela Middle School, Victoria Lara, category Literature, titled The Fireman's Hat, recognition, honorable mention. From Harlingen High School South, Marcus Green, category Visual Arts, titled Dad Power, recognition, honorable mention. Also from Harlingen High School South, Sarah Villarreal, category Film Production, titled Papi, My Hero, Recognition, Award of Excellence. Let's give a round of applause for all these students and their hard work.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. De Leon, please.
I'd like to just make a comment. You know, we see a lot of the awards that are going on this evening, and you look at what do they look like 8, 9 years ago. We looked at them right there.
That's right.
They have that fire, that desire of learning, and so it doesn't just happen. It's a lot of hard work, and you're seeing it right there where they're coming every morning, coming to work, doing all the accomplishments, getting all the accolades that they're getting, and just knowing what it takes to go to that next level. And you're seeing it right there in front, so that when you're seeing the top 10, what they had to get through to get to a top 10, you're seeing it all the way in the front row. So it's not by accident, it's by hard work, and you just saw it right there with the young kids there. So guys, congratulations, parents. Thank you very much for all the hard work you do. It's not the kids alone that do it. It's the parents that wake up every single morning, takes them to work, takes them to school, make sure that they have the food for them, that they're there on time. Regardless whether the weather is good or bad, they're there every single morning. So thank you, parents, for all that you do. It's a team thing, and kids, keep up the great work. You all are just amazing. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. At this time, we'll move on to item E, and I'll ask Mr. Raul Alvarez to present the recognition of the students who competed at the Skills USA State Conference.
Good evening, Mr. President, school board members, Dr. Cavazos, senior administration, and members of the audience. Thank you for providing us this opportunity and recognizing Skills USA tonight. Skills USA is a partnership of students, teachers, and industry working together to ensure America has a skilled workforce. It is their goal in helping each student excel in leadership, technical and engineering skills, and other occupationally related skills of the 21st century. Advancing from local competitions this past April, HCISD students traveled to Corpus Christi to compete in the State Skills USA Conference. Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, would you please help me in recognizing these students for representing HISD?
Okay.
Students, when you hear your name, please come forward. In the cosmetology event, their sponsor, Rachel Zuniga, Carla Landebarte, got it. Ah, okay. We'll get the whole team together so we can take a big picture, okay? Either way, sir. Individual or the group, whichever. Cosmetology, quiz bowl team. It's a team. Okay, let me call them all up now. Nicole Guerra from HHS. Chloe Rocha from HHS. Lillian Marano from South. And Joy Rocha from South. That's your cosmetology quiz bowl team. The next event we have is digital cinema production with the sponsor, Mr. Andres Torres. From Harlingen South, Emilia Barrera. From Harlingen South, Bethany Galvan. Individual. Student Film Division, sponsor Andres Torres. Catherine Dominguez from Harlingen South. Broadcast News Division from MACA, sponsor Pat Guajardo. This is a team event. Team A consisted of Mariah Martinez from HHS, Crystal Ortega from HHS, Emily Capetillo from Early College High School. The next team, Broadcast News Division, also sponsored Pat Guajardo. Annalie Cantu from South. A.C. Valdez from HHS. Ashley Gomez from South. And Alex Ramirez, Alexandria, from South. Individual division, advertising design. Their sponsor is Maria Rispe Sanchez. Amy Finley from Harlingen High School South. Extemporaneous speech, sponsor Maria Rispe Sanchez as well. Ryan Velasquez, Harlingen South. In the category of T-shirt design, sponsor Maria Risbeth Sanchez, Isabella Rubio, Harlingen High School South. In pin design, sponsor Maria Risbeth Sanchez, Abigail Garcia, Harlingen High School South. Desktop publishing, sponsor Maria Risbeth Sanchez, Mr. John Dove, Harlingen High School South. In our last event, masonry, sponsor Mr. Victor Santillan. Juan Rodriguez from HHS. Anisa Huerta from HHS. Anisa placed 4th in state. And last, we have our state first place winner in masonry. State champion. She's advancing to nationals. She beat everybody in the state. Sadat Gutierrez from HHS. That's it. That's it, sir. Thank you. Parents, if you're in the audience, please stand so we can recognize you. Sponsors, please come up.
Oh, is
Yeah. Congratulations to our state champion, to all our state finalists. Dr. Cavazos said breaking glass ceilings. I guess in masonry you literally are. Thank you all very much for being here. We appreciate you, your talents, your efforts, your times, your treasures, and I know your families. Any parents here, by the way? Please stand up. Are there any parents? Please.
Parents.
No parents? Yay! So proud of you. Congratulations. We're excited. Mrs. Floria, please.
You know, I know that we talked about this outside, but I just think for the audience here and for the audience at home, we need to ask one more time how many years in a row Mr. Santillan has had winners. Would you tell us again, state winners? Did I hear 15?
No, this is my 15th state.
15th state winner.
Wow,
That is
that's
incredible. Incredible. Now, we were just wondering, some of the board members were just wondering, Dr. Cavazos, among all of our other successes in the district, do we have any program that has had 15 winners? I mean, that's astonishing, folks. I'm not sure any school district has that throughout the state. That's just phenomenal. Thank you.
Great job, Mr. Santillan, and great job, students.
And all of our teachers, of course. Thank you.
Excellent. Really proud of you. Thank you. At this time, I'll ask Marie Garza to recognize Harlingen High School South Latin team who advanced to the national competition in Fargo, North Dakota. Thank you for being here, Ms. Garza.
May I call Miss Tracy Hitchcock to help me?
Of course,
Yes,
please.
of course you may. Tracy.
Good evening, Mr. President, members of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Cavazos, Superintendent's team, and everyone present here. On behalf of Harlingen High School South, I would like to inform you that on April 5th and 6th, 15 Harlingen South Latin students competed at the Texas State Junior Classical League state competition in Austin. This event hosted over 800 of Texas' best and brightest students of the classics from 46 Texas public and private schools. 9 South Latin students plus 2 alternates advanced to compete at the national competition, which will be held at North Dakota State University in Fargo, North Dakota.
Wow.
Almost Canada. July 26th through July 31st. It is with great pleasure that I will introduce these outstanding students to you. Could I please have Dr. Cavazos and Dr. Perez and Mrs. We have some gold medalists, so I'll call them first. We have Alisa Rios. She got maxima cum laude in the pentathlon, level 2. She received a gold medal at state. We have Salome Quintanilla, maxima cum laude pentathlon, level 1, gold medalist.
Wow.
I have Valeria Montero, cum laude in pentathlon and gold medalist in motos and quotations.
Wonderful.
I have Delilah Sanchez, cum laude in pentathlon, level 4, and gold medalist in the National Mythology National Exam. I have Alexander Castillo, cum laude in pentathlon, and plays 7th in advanced level Greek history. Silver medal. That's Delilah Sanchez. I'm sorry. I get very nervous here. That's Alexander Castillo, and he got cum laude in pentathlon and got silver in advanced level Greek history. Barbara Zamorano, she got 9th place in classical art history with a silver medal. Judith de la Garza. Judith de la Garza, Advanced Latin Oratory, bronze medal. Cassandra Sauceda, 6th place in Classical Art History, silver medal. Katie Allen, level 2 cum laude in pentathlon. I have two that are not here present because of other commitments. Victoria Sáenz, cum laude in pentathlon, level 2, and Lauren Vera, level 2, silver medal in pentathlon.
Let's give her a certificate. Here, let me hold those papers.
Mr. President, before they leave, may I
Mrs.
say
Fleury?
something? Yes, thank you.
Yes, please.
I would just like to not only congratulate the students for your extraordinary successes. This is a really big deal. I mean, Latin right here in the Rio Grande Valley, we're super proud. But I would also like to reflect that this is what happens, Dr. Cavazos, when a teacher has a dream and is willing to work extra hard, extra days, extra nights, and recruit students and work with students and create a program that did not exist before her dream. And we are really proud of what you have accomplished, but I'm especially grateful that you dreamed your dream and that you worked it. So thank you very, very much for what you're doing.
That's awesome. So I am actually going to take an item out of order, if you don't mind, and Mr. Santillan will do the same for you, so that way we can get the students home sooner. We're going to take up now item 13A, approval out-of-state trip for Harlingen High School South Latin team to attend the national competition in Fargo, North Dakota on July 25th to the 31st, 2019. Mrs. Garza, if you would mind presenting the item briefly, if you don't mind.
Thank you, Dr. Perez. I just want to thank everybody first for the opportunity and go excellence through the classics. I would like to request permission for these outstanding students to be able to compete in Fargo, North Dakota, July 25th through the 31st. I know it's a long trip, but these kids have really worked hard, and they deserve to represent HCISD to the best of their abilities.
Thank you. Thank you. Do I hear a?
Yeah, Mr. President, I would be honored to make the motion, please, to allow the Harlingen High School South Latin team to travel and compete at the national competition in Fargo, North Dakota.
Motion by Mrs. Fourier.
Second.
Second by Mr. Powers. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
At this time, I'll take up item 13B, approval of out-of-state trip for Harlingen High School Skills USA Masonry student and instructor to attend the Skills USA Championship competition in Louisville, Kentucky on June 24th to the 29th, 2019. Mr. Santillan.
Thank you. Members of the board, I'd like to ask for permission to take Patat Gutierrez to the national competition in Skills USA, which will be competing in the masonry. If I could just give a quick story about the state. Last year's winner from the Dallas area, he was a junior, but I told them that he had graduated. Okay, so we show up at state competition for orientation, and we're sitting there, and he walked in. So Doc, sir, I thought he graduated. Don't worry about it. If you got this, don't worry about it. And she beat him by 30 points.
Wow.
30 points.
Super nice.
And, you know, you always have students that just love your class. I mean, you always have those kids that just do. What is different about this group is that I have a lot of girls that love. My best students are girls.
Oh.
Anissa finished third last year in state. And this year she finished fourth. So Dot, last year, nervous, first time, messed up on her design. It cost her 100 points.
Wow.
But it came back this year. So if I could just bring them up to the front real quick.
Come
so
on
we
in,
can-
ladies. Come on up.
Sure.
Come on. These are also my officers. Sadat is the president of the club. Savannah is the vice president. Anissa is my secretary. And Blanca, who left earlier, is my treasurer. And one other thing, PSDC has offered them scholarships
Wow.
Good for them.
to Sadat and Anissa. They're going to follow up the program. And Spa Glass offered Sadat a job. So she's going to be working for Spa Glass in December.
Super nice.
So we're going to do a signing like the way they do for sport.
Good, good, good.
Nice.
They're going to come to the high school, Mr. Rivera.
Nice.
They're going to come on May 22nd in the morning. They're going to set it up like they do for sport. Because like they told us at TSDC, just like colleges look for their best athlete, we're looking for the best people also to come to our trade program. So two of those young ladies will follow up building construction.
Excellent.
Great job. Great job.
Mr. President? Yes. I'd like to, it's an honor and privilege to make a motion for approval of the out-of-state trip for the Harlingen High School Skills USA Masonry student instructor to attend the Skills USA Championship competition in Louisville, Kentucky.
Second.
Motion, Mr. De Leon, second by Dr. Muniz. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes unanimously. Congratulations.
Great
Great
job.
Best of luck.
Mr. Santillan, what is your classification? Are you a senior now? You are a senior?
I'm thinking of flunking them one more year.
So I'm sure the other instructor is saying, don't worry, she graduated. Don't worry about that. Hey, that's a great technique.
Are the other officers seniors as well?
All of them are seniors.
Oh, seniors. Well,
Great job, ladies.
But, you know, We don't rebuild, we just reload. You know?
You've proven that time and time again. You're a remarkable story about the young man who graduated but didn't. Reminds me of a wise old lady one time who told a younger woman about, life, and they said, sometimes for a woman, you're a girl, you have to be twice as good as a boy to get the same recognition. She said, but don't worry. Thankfully, it's not that hard. But you did that plus 30 points and beat him. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So, with that, I'll ask Ms. Brianna Vela Garcia to help us recognize the PTSA Students of the Month for May and our MACA students as well.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. President, board members, Dr. Cavazos, administration, and audience. Tonight, I will be recognizing our May Harlingen City Council PTSA Students of the Month. These 8 students are about to take the next steps into their educational journeys, but first I'd like to showcase how they have grown during their time at Harlingen High School South, Early College High School, and Harlingen School of Health Professions. I am also excited to have our exceptional Media Arts and Communications Academy videographers in the audience with us. Good. Sarah, Alex, and Layla, can you raise your hand?
Yes.
They have worked hard all year long creating our Student of the Month videos. We hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Mary Claire Todd. I'm a senior at Harlingen High School. So I'm involved in business clubs here on campus. So I'm in DECA and FBLA, and I've also done BPA. And so I've been to internationals for DECA, and I'm going to nationals for FBLA later on this year. I'm also the National Honor Society president, as well as the senior class vice president. I'm most passionate about helping people in whichever way that I can. For my future career, I would love to work in marketing, so I really would like to come back and help a school district, whether it be in marketing or public relations, just by helping people that way. I also like to volunteer, so that's also how I help people in my community. Next year, I will be attending Texas Tech University in Lubbock. I will be attending on a full ride scholarship from the Terry Foundation, and I will be studying marketing with a minor in public relations.
My name is Eliseo Pedraza. I'm a senior at Harlingen High School. I'm involved in the Harlingen High School Key Club, and I am treasurer for the Key Club. I am also involved in PTSA, Rotary, Student Council, NHS, National Honor Society, and Upward Bound Math Science. I am most passionate about being able to find success and helping those who've helped me reach that success and giving back to my community as they're the ones who brought me up. Next year, I will be attending the University of Texas at Austin, where I plan to pursue finance.
My name is Anel McDaniel, and I'm a senior at Harlingen High School South. This year, I'm the senior class president, and I'm also the president of Hawks for Christ. I'm in NHS, NTHS, PTSA, Student Council, Speech, Drama, and Debate, Crochet Club, Book Club, and outside of school, I also participate in modeling, so I'm a Debbie Lou model. My dream is to become an actress and a model. I'm really passionate about acting, and so I hope to act in films one day, so that's the end goal for me. I'm really passionate about acting and speaking, and I love communicating with people in general, so anything that I get to do, whether I'm working behind a camera or in front of it, that's something that I'd like to do someday, so I'm really passionate about that. Next year, I'll be attending the University of North Texas in Denton, and I'll be double majoring in radio, television, film, and theater.
My name is
Christine Vega. I'm a senior at Harlingen High School South. I mostly dedicate my time to NHS and PTSA, but outside of school, I really like volunteering at the hospital and do so whenever I have free time. I'm very passionate about helping others. I like to go volunteer at the hospital in my free time, and I try to do so whenever I can. I usually volunteer in the summer as well and work about 60 hours a month. I plan to attend the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley and study biology before going to medical school at the University of Texas San Antonio Health Science Center.
My name is Jefferson Tate. I'm a senior at Early College High School. I was in swimming. I swam a relay, 50 meter, 100 meter, and I was in water polo. My dream is to go to med school and become a doctor. My plan is to go to Texas Tech and get my bachelor's in biology.
I am Faith Gomez. I am in 12th grade from Early College High School. I am in a drama club. I'm secretary. I'm also secretary of student council. I am an NHS member, and I am senior class cabinet secretary. My dream is to become an FBI agent in the future. I plan to go to Texas State and major in criminal justice.
Hi, I'm Brittany Garza, and I'm a senior at the Harlingen School of Health Professions. I'm involved in NHS, and I'm the class treasurer. We have done a lot of events for the seniors because we wanted to make this year one of the best that we've had so far in high school. I'm also involved in the CMA chapter of HOSA, and we've actually teamed up a lot with Sunny Glen to do events for the kids there. Recently we did a color run, and that was a lot of fun. It was super messy, but it was great. Right now, I'm most passionate about becoming a doctor. I want to go to med school and then hopefully become an OBGYN. And with that, I hope to become a part of the medical community here in the Valley. The Valley deserves such an amazing medical community, and I hope to add what I learned in college and medical school to the Valley someday. Next year, I'm going to attend the University of Texas at Austin, and I'm majoring in Plan 2 honors with a specialization in psychology.
My name is Therese Gumban, and I'm a senior at the Harlingen School of Health Professions. I'm part of my school's robotics club, NHS, HOSA club, and also I'm a part of my community's Pinoy club, which I am a treasurer of. My dream is to become a nurse someday, a registered nurse. From there, I would like to become a CRNA, which is a certified registered nurse assistant, or a nurse practitioner. Next year, I will be attending the Texas A&M Corpus Christi, and I will be majoring in nursing.
At this time, I would like to ask the students a month that are here this evening to stand up and be recognized. I would like to now ask if there are any parents or grandparents in the audience to stand and be recognized. I'd like to invite our Harlingen City Council PTA President, Ellie Medrano, to come forward to present our students with their certificates. Dr. Cavazos and Dr. Pettis now, if you can come forward for the photo. You'll be for the big group one. From Harlingen High School, we have Eliseo Pedraza. maybe a future member of our HCISD Public Relations Department, Mary Claire Todd. From Harlingen High School South, we have Christine Vega. We also have Annelle McDaniel. From Early College High School, we have Faith Gomez. And Jefferson Tate. From Harlingen School of Health Professions, we have Brittany Garza. And we also have Therese Gumban. Okay, Board of Trustees, can you please come forward for a group photo?
No. Right.
And also, parents, the video will be on YouTube tomorrow if you would like to rewatch it.
Not to have to worry about anything. He's way too comfortable.
Okay, gosh, we have such good candies here.
Oh.
Let's go fast. Okay. Thank you all for being here, students, and good luck on your testing. If they have testing also, yes? Right?
Yes,
You guys,
yes.
all right, good luck. I'm proud of y'all. Thank
Great job, guys.
Great job. At
And,
this-
Mr.
Oh,
President,
I
before we
apologize.
conclude the
Go ahead.
agenda item,
Yes, please.
I'd like to ask Sarah Burrial, Layla Dela Cruz, and Alex Ramirez to come up to the front by me.
Okay. These are your MACA?
Yes.
Yes, awesome.
It's been a privilege getting to work with these young videographers and storytellers over the last few months. And when I asked them what they've learned from this project, They said it takes a lot to learn the right video shots and frames to tell the story. And it takes a lot of time and planning to fit 8 interviews in 1 month based on their class schedule. And they grew in their communication skills as they interacted with these students. And so I'm proud to say that the MACA is only a stepping stone for them in their media arts careers. Sarah will be attending the Moody College of Communications at UT, where she will be studying radio, TV, film. And Layla and Alex will both be going to Sam Houston State University to earn a bachelor's degree in mass communication.
Awesome.
So thank you all for all of your hard work, and we're excited to see where your passion takes you. I'd like to invite the board to come forward for a photo.
Yes, of course.
Great. Yeah, it is. Finally getting something. Thank you all so much. Brianna, thank you for that excellent recognition of our amazing students. At this point, we're going to move on to approval of minutes. So we have our April 9th meeting. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the minutes for April 9th, 2019.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Reiner, second by Mr. Powers. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item 8B, May 7th minutes.
Make a motion for approval of the May 7th special board meeting.
Motion by Mr. DeLeon.
Second.
Second by Mr. Powers. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. At this time, we'll move to the consent calendar. Do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve the consent calendar.
Motion by Mr. Powers, second by Mrs. Fleury. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. At this time, Ms. Sonia Brandenburg, thank you for your patience. We will ask you to come forward, please, and present our principal's report. STEM 2 Preparatory Academy. Thank you for being here, and thanks for your patience.
Yes. You're very welcome. I was glad to. Good evening, Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, board members, senior team, and audience. Thank you for this opportunity to come before you to present STEM Square Preparatory Academy's year in review. It has been a sensational journey that has been full of excitement and authentic learning experiences. When I was notified that I had been recommended for the position, a grand feeling of excitement filled my heart. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, I thought, a new chapter and uncharted territory given a blank canvas. I invite you to take a look at STEM Square Preparatory Academy's first year in review. At the ribbon cutting, we had huge community support. The foundation of STEM Square Preparatory Academy has and will always be to serve the community. It is through a collaborative effort from HCISD staff, parents, board members, senior team, and the Harlingen community that many great opportunities have been created for our students this year. November 13th, 2018 is a date to remember when all stakeholders came together to celebrate the opening of STEM Square Preparatory Academy. STEM Square Preparatory Academy's legacy class of 2018-19 was invited to attend summer camp. Anxious but yet excited, STEM Square Preparatory Academy students entered the doors of the campus for the very first time. It was a great time designed to build relationships, create authentic learning experiences related to the STEM and medical fields, and to provide a glimpse of what the year would encompass. Students were so excited after attending camp. They were heard saying, "I wish the first day of school was tomorrow." Interestingly, they were willing to give up a few days of their summer vacation to embark on their new journey at STEM Square Preparatory Academy. Discovery education is about preparing students for what is in their future. Teach them today what they'll handle tomorrow. The partnership that has been created with Discovery Education has facilitated a true engagement of STEM and medical lessons, STEMifying the core area classes to encompass a transdisciplinary approach to include collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity is a priority at the campus. When entering classrooms, multiple disciplines can be seen throughout the lessons and activities. When students see the STEM relevance and the interconnectedness in their daily lessons, they're excited to learn more. Interdisciplinary lessons kindle students' engagement and show students how this knowledge plays into possible future careers. Creating STEM and medical career awareness is a key component of our school's mission through a variety of powerful resources such as intensive professional development, coaching for teachers and administration, and the application of the Discovery Education platform. We continually fuel a culture shift around STEM teaching and learning. STEM Square Preparatory Academy, together with Discovery Education, are taking learning beyond the classroom and into the real world. With these genuine everyday STEM and medical experiences in the core classes, students at STEM Square Prep are being empowered to lead a student-created STEM culture. No longer are they only attending classes, but they are active participants in culminating the culture of the campus. In addition to the STEMified core classes, Project Lead the Way is offered as extra classes that students can experience. Elective courses at STEM Square Prep are composed of Project Lead the Way, or PLTW curriculum. Highlights of this curriculum allow students to be design thinkers by engaging in hands-on activities, empower them to solve real-world challenges, and inspire them to reimagine how they see themselves. One course that is offered is Medical Detective, in which students play the role of real-life detectives to learn an array of medical components. The focus of this class ranges from investigating disease outbreaks, learning to measure and interpret vital signs, human body dysfunctions, and the student's favorite, dissecting a sheep brain. Unique to STEM Square Preparatory Academy, students have an opportunity for choice during Collaboration Day. Every Wednesday, our campus pauses traditional academic core classes to offer unique STEM and medical theme lessons based on our students' interests. Examples of medical courses presented this year included topics on skin cancer, diabetes, heart function, Black Plague, and medical researcher Jonas Salk. Students are exposed to an online platform that mimics conference-style registration. Upon receiving a registration email from us, students create their schedule by having a broad selection of classes in which to choose from. This provides an opportunity in student choice based on their interests. STEM Square Prep students summarize their learning once every semester by presenting their portfolio and reflection of these courses. One-of-a-kind educational model that STEM Square Preparatory Academy students participate in is Genius Time. In the research of A.J. Giuliani, giving your students 20% of their class time to learn what they want allows them to choose the content and still acquire and master skills that focus on a variety of academic standards. This self-initiated learning catapults them to be a community of self-driven learners who can critically think for themselves. STEM Square Prep proudly invites you tomorrow afternoon to join us in our very first Genius Time Showcase, where over 100 unique student projects will be featured. It will be amazing. Cultivating a culture of character and developing social emotional skills is instilled through Character Strong. Character Strong is an active, hands-on curriculum that emphasizes that a student can grow and strengthen character through intentional practices. The curriculum focuses on 8 monthly themes that also focus on the essentials of good character: patience, kindness, humility, respect, selflessness, forgiveness, honesty, and commitment. The engaging lessons are taught using videos, games, or activities. In addition, each week, students are challenged to complete a specific character dare that stretches and builds their character muscles. Extracurricular programs are extremely important to our students and their families. Our students have the opportunity to grow in leadership with access to clubs like Student Council, National Junior Honor Society, and Newscast. Our current 6th and 7th graders have the chance to test the mettle by demonstrating strength, skills, and determination on the fields, courts, track, or even the stage by competing on an athletic or speech drama debate team with their zoned middle school campus. And that's not all. Our STEM Square Prep innovators can take charge in our award-winning robotic program or explore sustainable agriculture learning from our newly installed farm bot. At STEM Square Prep, the world is at your fingertips. Community service learning, combining common good with student growth. The community has opened its doors to allow STEM Square Preparatory Academy students to participate in service learning on and off the campus. Some of the exciting opportunities available this year to our students were STEM Square Outreach by Mrs. Mata, our 7th grade math teacher, in which students collaborated at 2 HCISD elementary campuses. In addition, students visited the Performing Arts Center for the shows Mary Poppins, Vocal Trash, and The Little Mermaid. They also ventured off campus to take part in a job site tour from Spalglass and the Harlingen Recycling Center. On-campus community outreach included Texas Game Wardens, Harlingen Police Department, Trailblazers STEM Trailer, medical field experts, technology experts, and many more. Vocal Trash, one that I mentioned, is an instrumental performance focused on the power and importance of recycling through creative means of using recyclable materials. Students were encouraged to think outside the box by seeing all the different instruments that were made from junkyard items. Another one I mentioned was the Trailblazer. That is from the Texas Alliance of Minorities in Engineering. The STEM Trailblazer 2 visited our campus to provide engaging activities that focused on aerodynamics, biotechnology, medicine, energy, space, and meteorology. We can't wait for the many more community service learning opportunities that will be available next year. At this time, I would like to share a video with you that accents and highlights our first year. Please hear from our students and staff what their year was like at STEM Square Preparatory.
Okay, so STEM Square Preparatory Academy, we are going on our completion of our first year. And so this year we have accomplished so much. It has been an exciting journey.
Something that stands out is the way we learn and the way the teachers teach, because it's way different than any other school, and they even started to do Design Friday and Collaboration Wednesday to teach us about stuff that we don't normally learn about.
The activities are very hands-on, and the teachers really interact with you while you're doing the activities. And the teachers are really different because they teach you as like one of the adults, and they really trust you.
It offers many programs that wouldn't be at any of the other middle schools. So like the creativity here, they kind of let you do whatever your heart desires. So if you're really passionate about something, you can do something with that.
So in Genius Time, where it is 2 hours of work on your passion, I'm doing a book on Rubik's Cubes on how to solve it and explaining what it is. So basically what I got inspiration was my friend Zachary, he was doing it in the morning, and I was just thinking it was super cool, and I wanted to learn it myself. And I was thinking it was really hard, so when I fully learned how to solve it, I wanted to get a book out so people could know how to solve it as well.
The curriculum here at STEM Square Preparatory Academy allows the students to be able to express their learning possibilities through using the 4 C's. So we have our communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. So some of the Project Lead the Way courses and those lessons allow the students to be able to use those 4 C's and be able to be design thinkers and solution seekers to problems that they are given.
Well, what really stands out to me about STEM Squared is the interest level and the curiosity of the students that I teach. Every kid here loves the same things I do: science, engineering, technology, math, medicine, and they like to ask why, how come, why can't we? And it really has been a joy to teach kids that love to learn.
Well, I was really excited that they had opened a new STEM school in Harlingen, And originally I'm not zoned to Harlingen, but so I came to Harlingen because of the STEM school. And it's really interesting because they offer a lot of extracurricular activities, and they have PLTW courses like design and modeling, automation and robotics, computer science, and medical detectives. And I really enjoyed the medical detectives one.
The project I'm working on is EMF sensitivity. EMF is electromagnetic fields. And actually, recently I interviewed Dr. Stephanie McCarter from the Environmental Health Center of Dallas, and we talked about some of the symptoms, how to prevent yourself from it, and just revalidate a lot of what I've learned.
My project is just to study about diseases that are able to affect teens and children like us. I learned about gestational diabetes, which I never knew was a thing, and I also learned about pre-diabetes, which I also didn't know was a thing. And I learned about the different types of skin cancer and how it can affect everybody, no matter what skin tone or what age you are.
This first year, we've offered a lot and done a lot. And as we grow in the future and add more staff members, we will be able to offer more extracurricular activities and after-school activities. I know that personally in science, I want to incorporate more hands-on field trips where the students are able to take the science from the classroom and go out into the real world.
So this first year, opening up STEM Square Preparatory Academy has been an exciting journey, as I stated. I really am happy that the community has come together to really give support. All of district office have really been supportive of making this campus be the best that it can be, and of course all the faculty and staff here. I want to give a big thank you to all of them for all that they do, the commitment that they have, and the dedication to STEM Square Preparatory Academy.
STEM Square Preparatory Academy, where school is your home and the world is your classroom.
That's awesome.
Wasn't that an amazing production?
Yes.
I would like to thank HCISD Public Relations Department for all their hard work and support in creating this video. A shout out to Brandon Castellanos, he was wonderful to work with. So the future of STEM Square Preparatory Academy. The first year was amazing. Well, we're still not quite done yet, but it was amazing. But we can't wait for what's to come. In 2019, 2020, we are adding an 8th grade class and accommodating 130 new students. The momentum and excitement that has been created at STEM Square Prep this year has been uncontainable. Due to this excitement, we currently have more applications than slots available, resulting in a wait list. Students are eagerly waiting to be accepted as slots become available. We will be offering additional elective courses through our Project Lead the Way curriculum. In addition, our partnership with Discovery Education will continue for our teachers to be able to provide integrated STEM and medical lessons in all of our core classes. Looking forward to next year, I personally would like to see increased community outreach opportunities for our students that provide that authentic learning experience in their field of choice, which will allow them to make informed decisions about their future. My goal is that when students leave STEM Square Prep halls, that they are lifelong, self-initiated learners who will be the problem solvers of our communities in the future. Before I close, I'd be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to recognize the staff that were very critical to STEM Square Prep's first year. Without their dedication, support, and true leadership, we would not be where we are today. So this evening, we have Ms. Duarte, school counselor, Mrs. Brittany Mata, 7th grade math teacher and computer science, and our teacher of the year. Yeah. Mrs. Julie Walther, 6th grade science teacher and medical detectives and design and modeling teacher. And Ms. Stephanie Gonzalez, our 6th grade math teacher and medical detectives teacher. Thank you all so much for being here and supporting. So thank you for this opportunity to present tonight about STEM Square Preparatory Academy, where the school is your home and the world is your classroom. So that concludes my presentation for this evening. Are there any comments or questions that I can address for you?
I'm I'm sure there are. I have a few I'll reserve to the end. Anybody have any comments or questions for Mrs. Brandenburg or her amazing human capital teachers right behind her? So.
Yes. Mr. President,
Please,
I want to
Doc.
make one just brief comment. I'm so overwhelmed by all you have accomplished and what you're doing in that school and what you have imparted in these children and the motivation you mentioned that they have. There are not many things in this world that would make me want to go back to middle school. But that video makes me want to go back to middle school. I love it. I wish I could do it again. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Fleury, please.
I just look at this, the video. Thank you so much for taking the time and the attention to put it together in such with such clarity. When I look at this, the word that just kept going through my mind was perfection, because talking about dreaming the plan and then working the plan, and you all have. It appears that you have covered every single step along the way this first year, and you have done it with such perfection. I just, it really does take our breath away, I think. And I'm astonished, really. And so congratulations, Dr. Cavazos, for all the support that the staff has given. Congratulations for being certainly the principal of the year at your school. My gosh. Thank you. Yeah. And all of your teachers, and I noticed that there were several others who were here earlier and had to leave. But there's just such a level of enthusiasm when we visit, and the children are loving it. I wondered many years ago when we visited Manor High School, the New Tech High School in Manor, when it was a new deal, right? When we went, Sonia. It actually went through my mind, I must confess, could we ever replicate this in Harlingen, because that was that level of enthusiasm, and literally I could not in one classroom find the teacher, because she was down on her knees in the classroom working with the students who were also down on their knees, and students were coming and going, and they owned the school was their home, and I thought, this is an almost impossible situation to replicate, and I believe that you have superseded it. I mean, in 1 year. So congratulations. Wow, the sky really is the limit here. So, and I'm the liberal arts girl. But this is very exciting. And it just looks perfect. So good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gloria.
Dr. Winnies.
We've come full circle. I remember at the beginning of the school year, we got to present together to Delta Kappa Gamma, some amazing teachers that were interested in what's going on here? What are you guys doing? Mm-hmm. And it was cool to be able to sit there and express to them, what your thoughts were, and from a school board, what our vision was. And now, almost, finished through the year, mm-hmm. It's not only have we done it and we accomplished it, but you've done an amazing job with your team. So thank you, teachers, and what's exciting is that when you're when I'm in the community, everybody's talking about STEM. Everybody's talking about STEM too. Everybody wants their kids to go to that school, and so it's cool to be able to have an academy that competes with everybody else. And congratulations. Good job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, Mr. Leon, please.
Great job, Sonia. Fantastic presentation. I'll echo what Bobby said. The community is wanting STEM, but the state is wanting STEM. The nation is wanting STEM. The workforce is needing and wanting STEM. Mm-hmm. And so the concern I see is capacity. You're going to have so many individuals that are going to want to go into that, because that's a niche that is sorely needed, and everybody is wanting. So I'm excited. Whatever we have to do to continue to grow this. I had a couple of questions that maybe I should know, and I don't. And my colleagues, we have the 6th and the 7th grade cohort right now.
Yeah.
How many individuals are in the 6th grade cohort?
91 right now.
And in the 7th
35.
35?
We have 128 students.
And so next year, we're going to add another cohort, 8th grade, and you said we're going to have another 130 slots. Is that going to go for 8th grade, or is that going to go, it's going to just depending on the capacity?
So all the students will go to their next grade level. And so we'll bring in a new incoming 6th grade class.
So all 130 will be a new cohort for
yes.
6th grade?
And then any open slots for the other 2 grade levels, we'll bring in some students.
That's amazing. I have one last one. So once they complete the academy at 8th grade, then everybody goes into the 9th grade pathway. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is there something that maybe if they're going in this particular pathway, they can continue into maybe something?
Yeah. So the goal is, and the reason she has a smaller 8th grade group is because we take 8th graders at the School of Health Professions. And so some already choose to go to the School of Health Professions during their 8th grade. But the goal is that they're going to go either to the School of Health Professions to follow a medical pathway, or they're going to go to the new UTRGV CHS campus to follow a computer science pre-engineering path, or the traditional school, which would be the 9th grade Kano Academy. So there's different pathways in which they can choose to go.
Well, and I can tell you, those 2 pathways are going to have capacity issues as well. 'Cause that's great job.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll ask you to think about it a little bit differently, and I'm very excited. You know, I think your title is director, right?
Yes, sir.
I think, you know, I really think that we're looking at the director for STEM for the district, because really this is the epicenter, I think, for STEM.
I was concerned you were going to say superintendent. Come on. Slow down there, man.
Since you brought it up, do you have your superintendent certification?
Don't answer that question, Sonia. You don't have to answer.
You don't have to worry, Dr. Glass.
You mentioned the Discovery Initiative, and we've heard of them at our last board committee meeting, and how impressed we were with you know, their organization, and you know, the amazing thing with what you're doing with community outreach from the video in your presentation is, you know, these kids are really learning how to problem solve, how to think, right? In many cases, you know, outside the box, right? Because they're solving real world issues, working with people in the industry, and you can't just be sort of in this sort of, you know, conformist little kind of, you have to really think and problem solve and have the 4 C's, right, and collaborate, communicate, critical thinking, all that kind of stuff, and be creative. Very, very impressive, and I think there's a lot of liberal arts in that as well, and right brain as well. And so I'm really proud that this is really, I think, where it's all starting for this district to be a STEM district, right? And so kudos to you and your team. I think that you're going to get a lot of visitors from other campuses, not only in this district but other districts, and so that's I'm really proud of the work. And I think I share the same concern as Javier. Although I think if we do it right and it's a STEM sort of district, even the comprehensive high schools will have a huge role in that. So I mean, I think, you know, you're right, though. I think,
And I think capacity issue as a positive thing.
Sure, of course, absolutely. Thank you very much for being here.
Yes,
Thanks for your time.
thank
Sorry to
you.
keep you so late.
No, okay. Love it.
I think you're free to go now. So thank you all
Okay,
very much.
thank you. Thank you so much. It was an honor.
At this time, item 12, matters related to transformation and school support. I'm sorry.
Any public comment?
Oh, I apologize. Skipped over public comment. Any public comments? If not, I can stand over there and make one. I'm fine with that. Okay. Item 12A, Transforming Teaching and Learning Committee Report. I guess Dr. Noela.
Thank you, Dr. Perez, board members, Dr. Cavazos, senior team and audience. So just to follow up on the presentation that we heard earlier and a couple of the comments that you all spoke to, particularly to Mr. De Leon's comment about capacity. And that was something that we thought quite a bit about, because we knew ultimately when we started our robotics programs and all the things that we were doing, that there was going to be a call for action to meet those needs of students and those interests. And that's where we wound up with STEM Squared. But we also knew that excitement was going to generate increased interest. And so how do we meet capacity when we have more than 200 plus students that we know have an interest in STEM? And so that really led to a discussion about how do we provide the same types of opportunities for excitement and classroom instruction across our entire district. And to that note, how do we become a STEM district that allows every student in every classroom to have similar opportunities? And so one of the things that we determined was that we really needed a strategic plan on how we move towards those types of opportunities in a STEM district. And so last Tuesday, May 7th, we had our Transforming Teaching and Learning Committee, and we actually had Dr. Cindy Moss, who's Vice President of Global STEM Initiatives for Discovery Education, come in and speak to our Board of Trustees about how we move to preparing our students for their future with STEM, which was in essence the title of what she presented. So in that presentation, one of the things that she started out speaking about was some of the startling numbers with regards to graduates in the fields of science and math. In fact, she mentioned that out of all the graduates that happen across our country, only 10% are graduating with science degrees. And 0.01% are actually graduating with math degrees. And so how do we make that shift? And so we talked about that integration of STEM and really making STEM a reality for all of our students. She pointed out that the goal of STEM in schools is to improve competitiveness in science and technology, but also to develop a workforce rich in STEM. But aside from that, one of the statements that she made that really hit home was that STEM should be a culture, not a class. And so we make a culture by ensuring that STEM is embedded in everything that we do, and students can start to see the interconnectedness of all of our contents as part of the work that they do. She also spoke to the importance of encouraging girls in the areas of science and mathematics fields. So she shared some of the work that goes on in that. And then ultimately she concluded, and I was speaking to the early college high school students, but it was really, for me, it was a really important point that she made. And so she made a point of, don't ask students what they want to be, but ask them what problem do they want to solve. Because if our students are truly going to impact our world, they need to be looking at what role do they play in problem solving whatever issues we have in our nation. And that really will drive their passion and make what they do purposeful. And so through that presentation, we talked a little bit about the partnership that's happening at STEM Squared, but also what STEM could look like in our district. And so a very, very exciting presentation. It was a one topic. We usually have two, but it was such a critical topic that we felt we needed to devote our entire Transforming Teaching and Learning Committee meeting to this topic. So really exciting. We look forward to what STEM will look like years from now in our district as we continue some of the momentum that has happened at STEM Squared Academy. So Dr. Pettis chairs our Transforming Teaching and Learning Committee, so I'll turn it over to him for any additional comments that you may have, Dr.
Nothing further to add. Excellent discussion, and thank you for bringing Dr. Moss. She seems super impressed with our leadership in our district, and that says a lot given who she is. And so kudos to you, Dr. Noel, and to Dr. Cavazos, and to all the great work going on in the district with STEM. We're really excited about the future of STEM in this district. We've already approved items 13A and B. Now we'll move to item 14A. The award construction service contract for the canopy improvements. Mr. Cavazos.
Thank you, Dr. Pettis, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item 14A is consideration and approval of canopy improvements at South and Zavala. Ranking committee met and ranked the 6 proposals we received. Ranking committee is recommending the top rank offer of Peacock Construction at a cost of $116,400. Our budget for this was $150,000, which well below budget. We recommend approval.
Do I hear a motion from the board?
I move approval of the construction service contract for the 2018-19 Harlingen CISD canopy improvements at Zavala Elementary and HHS South campuses, number CNST 0519-1 as recommended by administration.
Second. Motion by Dr. Reiner, second by Mr. De Leon. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item 14B, award construction services contract for re-roofing. Mr. Cavazos.
Thank you, Dr. Pettis, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item 14B is consideration and approval of roof replacements at Lamar and District Operations. The ranking committee met and ranked the 2 proposals we received. The ranking committee is recommending the top rank offer of Rio Roofing at a cost of $588,000. Our budget for this was $600,000, so it's just a little bit under budget. So we recommend approval.
Do I hear a motion?
Mr. President, I make a motion for approval to award the construction service contracts for the 2018-19 Harlingen CISD re-roofing of Lamar Elementary and District Operations as recommended by administration. Second.
Motion by Mr. Leon, second by Dr. Moniz. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes unanimously. Item 14C, approval of insurance coverage. Mr. Cavazos.
Thank you, Dr. Perez, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item 14C is consideration to approve property insurance. That we solicited bids for property insurance and received one bid from Shepherd, Walton, and King. Their bid came in at $719,250. That's about a $50,000 increase from last year. We do have over $440 million of property insured. We do recommend approval. It starts June 1st.
Mr. President, I'd like to.
Mr. President, I move approval of the insurance coverage for property and contents named windstorm, hail, flood, and boiler and machinery RFP number INSR 0419 as recommended by administration.
Motion by Ms. Fleury,
Second.
second by Dr. Muniz. Any further discussion? Hear none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you. Motion passes. At this time, for item 15A, final construction payment to CHS Inc. for the School of Health Professions. Mr. Tapia.
This is Board President Perez, members of the board, Dr. Cavazos. We have completed the walk-in freezer cooler at School of Health Professions. It's already being used. We've worked with the engineer to go over all closeout documents, punch list items, everything's complete. So the only thing left to do is to release final payment. Local policy CV does require that the board approve final payment before release. So at this time, we're recommending a final payment to Central Air and Heating Services, Inc. in the amount of $5,855.50 to release final payment.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for approval of the final construction payment to CAHS as presented by senior team.
Motion by Dr. Muniz,
Second.
second by Dr. Reiniger. Any further discussion? Hear none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passed unanimously. At this time, we'll take up the Facilities Committee report. Mr. Tapia.
Yeah, thank you, President. That is, members of the board, Dr. Cavazos and colleagues. We had a Facilities Committee meeting on May 7th, discussed several construction items. The first one was an update on the Treasure Hills Elementary classroom wing. Overall, we're about 60% complete. We're working on the second story already, putting all the walls all the way up and partial steel purlins for the roof on the second floor. Mike Alex, our project architect, was there and also gave an update on the timeline and the progress. Got a quick update on the security fencing work and the commitments that the contractor has made to correct some of the deficiencies that we found. So we're back on track on that project. And then we have 5 brand new projects: the civil jobs at Cano, Harlingen High School and STEM Academy, drinking fountains at several elementaries, Harlingen South, digital controls for the AC systems and some roof replacements, the gym flooring improvements at Harlingen South Mini Gym and the Gutierrez Middle School, and the elementary multipurpose building wall panels at several elementary schools. All these projects we've bid out, we've awarded them, we've got all the contracts finally signed, we got their bonds and insurances. So everything's officially, we've hired these contractors that we've had pre-construction meetings for all these projects, meeting with the schools to let them know when they're gonna start. So in some projects have already started, some they've ordered materials, working with the architects on the products that we want. So all 5 of these projects are kicking off and they'll all be done during the summer months. We also have the 2 new projects that we just approved, so we'll start working on those contracts for the canopy, metal canopy at Zavala for covered entry from the cafeteria to the cars. Harlingen High School has a small canopy they're doing there for some ROTC program and some athletic and other groups that want to use that. And the re-roofing at Lamar and the entry canopy at the district operation that needs a lot of work. Those 2 will be kicking off and also will be done during the summer. We also had the final presentation on the payment for the walk-in freezer cooler, which you just approved. And Julio Cavazos gave an update on the construction financial report, latest activities on the TRE fund expenditures. And we also had a little tour of a district operations emergency and event team trailer that we set up outside. We opened the doors, took out everything that's in there so everybody could see how we can now respond to emergency situations or preventative type, like bonfires and mobile command incident center, things like that. And so we're very excited about that new piece for school safety. Board President Powers Greg Powers is our facilities chair. I'm not sure if he's gone or he'll walk back in, but I'll turn it over to him for any comments.
That's okay. So I just thank you for excellent presentation, Mr. Tapia. And again, I also would just commend you on your focus on quality projects, remaining in budget, timeline, although sometimes it's out of your control, but you do a good job. And then, of course, just the safety issues, and the project sites are always very clean. So I commend you and your staff for that, and you do a great job with so many different facilities, construction projects. So thank you
Dr.
very
Pettis.
much.
Thank you.
At this time, please, Ms. Fleury, please.
We've had this conversation many times. As you all know, I serve on the TASB Risk Management Board. And at our most recent meeting, Oscar, I just wanted to report that we may be getting some help in terms of the state is finally beginning to take seriously the hail situation in Texas. And TASB is taking seriously their role in trying to gather more information to find out if in fact there really are already in existence some forms of roofing that are preferable to others. All of this is being driven by what we've talked about before, and you're more well aware of than I. But when you get to the point where Lloyd's of London is thinking of dropping insurance in the state of Texas because of hail to school districts, you've got Texas, we've got a problem, and that's where we are right now. And so I was really excited for the first time, rather than just being made much more anxious every time we talk about it at that meeting, because it appears that now everybody's bought into the fact that we're going to have to solve this problem, that the state regs right now are not adequate, and that we've got to somehow figure out this issue by all working together. And so I was excited by that, and maybe there'll be more information forthcoming before too long. And I know, Oscar, that you're a leader in this field, so I'm not telling you anything, but I think it's incumbent upon all of us as board members to be aware that, we're at a crisis point in Texas in terms of insuring schools. And it's not just TASB. TASB, the big kid on the block, but the weather patterns have changed so drastically that we are experiencing things that we've not had a history with, and therefore the insurance companies around the world are not familiar with Texas having a history, and they don't like it. They don't understand it, and they don't like it. And so I guess what I'm saying is they're beginning to say stay tuned, because we're on it now.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It almost makes me nervous about putting on another roof on any of our schools. I mean, they've got me to that point of being nervous, because it's we're going to have to change what we as a state are going to be required to change what we're doing, perhaps pretty soon.
Thank you very much. That was excellent point. So at this time, we'll adjourn to closed executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code and Open Meetings Act to discuss employment of teachers and other professional staff. We are now in executive session. Open session for actions on matters discussion. Executive session. We only have one item, and that is to consider employment of teachers and other professional staff. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
I move.
Mr. Past President.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate the recognition. I proudly move that we accept the recommendations made by staff.
We have a motion by past President Greg Powers, the first in about a year, about 12 months and 1 day. Second by Dr. Reinier. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes unanimously. Thank you very much, and that is it. Meeting adjourned.
I do want you to know that I had